On this video, we're going to repair my Rinnai propane heater.
This is the Old Guy Network.
Yep. Welcome back to the Old Guy Network. I'm the Old Guy, the OG, Jay, and of course OG stands for Old Guy. What were you thinking? Well, here I am deep in the trailer hood, and it's getting colder because it's October already. And, well, I went to turn on my Rinnai heater. You remember, if you watch this channel, if you've been to this channel before, you might have seen the Rinnai heater that I installed with a friend of mine about 2 years ago. Well, it doesn't work anymore. It works, but then it doesn't. And then it works again, and then it doesn't. So the funny thing is, I talked to the guy who helped me, well, the guy that actually did the installation about 2 years ago. His name is Matt, and I talked to Matt a couple of weeks ago and said, hey, Matt, should we clean that thing? Because we haven't cleaned it in 2 years. We haven't done anything to it in 2 years. And it was just a few days after that I tried to use it and couldn't. So I called Matt up, and he said, hey, yeah, we probably should have cleaned that. But he came over, took a quick look at it, and said he knew exactly what was wrong with it, ordered some parts, and stopped by today and took care of it. So I'm going to show you what that looked like. So here we go. All right, and just like that, Matt arrived. Hi, Matt.
Hello.
You remember Matt. Matt not only installed the Rinnai in the first place, you actually won a saw from me a couple of years ago. Are you still using the saw?
As much as I need to at my house.
Yeah, well, you know. Okay. So what are we doing today, Matt?
Well, so I've got, all right, this is going to be kind of tricky to show, but
You go right
basically
ahead.
he's getting an Aero 11 on his Rinnai Energy Saver there. So I got a new flame rod and gasket.
Okay.
This is the box of it. So basically what this does is when there's a flame present, this little bit right here at the end sits in the flame and says, okay, we're good, there's a flame, keep sending gas.
Baxter.
And
Baxter's trying to help.
and if it's messed up, then it won't let the gas keep going.
Okay. So it's a sensor.
So it's a sensor. And
Okay.
then I got you, because when you do this stuff on a Rinnai, you really want to replace all the gaskets.
Okay.
Because you take it out and you've got basically this junk right here. If that's not making a seal, then you'll lose the flame signal every time. And I got you a new igniter, because why not?
A new what?
Igniter.
Oh, a new
Igniter. Electric
Okay.
tips.
Yep.
Might as well do that.
Excellent. So I'm going to set up the camera so we can see, kind of see what Matt's up to here, and I might even have to get you some more light. So I'm going to do that. You guys do whatever the hell it is you want to do. All right. So Matt has already started unscrewing stuff. Now it's been about 2 years, almost exactly 2 years since you installed this thing, and I probably should have had you come over and check it out earlier, shouldn't I have?
Well, kind of with these things, I kind of just wait and see what happens. But it is a good idea to have like a inspection of what's going on.
Yeah, because it's been running great for 2 years. It's just now I'm having a problem. Every time I turn it on, it runs for a little while and then it stops and gives me the code 11, which means there's a problem with the flame rod.
Usually, yeah.
Usually.
So it's no flame present, I believe is what the wording is on it. So. Usually a simple error to fix. You will find out.
I hope so.
Of course, you get the lovely covers. Just. All right, so I don't know if you want to kind of zoom in on what we're doing here.
All right.
So this is that plate the gasket I was showing, this whole plate, Baxter's going to have a nice look at it.
Yeah, well, he always tries to help.
So to get to the
Baxter.
igniter, you got to take this other plate off.
This happened last time too. Baxter tried to help as much as possible. What is all that crud at the bottom?
Well, you got the second-hand model. Usually there's a little like pan here
Oh,
that collects. Sometimes there's condensation that
okay.
drips out in there.
So you get sediment.
Yeah, so
So perhaps I could
I mean, you might be
fashion
able to,
something
yeah,
out of
you could
tin
put
foil or something.
tin foil pan or something.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah, that way if any, there's a little tube that if any condensate kind of drips out, it'll go.
Okay, so that's 2 years worth. So that's not too bad.
Yeah, I took care of some of that last time I was here. So your flame rod's right here. Igniter's right here. You can unplug those. Just get this out of the way as much as possible. Yeah. So just leave it alone. And you gotta take this little divider plate out. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna try to do this a different way.
Yeah, once I get everything out, you'll get a better
Sure.
shot at it. Yeah, so this plate here, we'll see, this whole plate will come off. You gotta take this friggin',
Oh, okay.
this is your gas supply right here. So your gas is coming in through here, hits some orifices in here, flame goes this way, flame rod sits right here in the flame. This is your igniter, your electrode. These things don't like to come apart very easy. But... And you can see this gasket right here will need to be replaced. So they get kind of frozen on there pretty good. Lots of heat there, you know?
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's the burner.
And you got all new gaskets, right?
I got all new gaskets right here. They're all good to go. All that.
Now, is this something that you would tell a DIYer he can do himself, or would you say, no, don't do that?
It depends on the person, but I mean, a homeowner technically can pretty much do whatever they want, you know, to their stuff, but...
Yeah, but is there any one thing they could forget and then just blow the whole damn thing up?
There's so many fail-safes on the... I mean, I'm going to say I wouldn't do it. But if somebody didn't want to listen to me and did it anyway,
Yeah.
there's a million fail-safes on these things.
Which means there's a million things that you could go wrong. That unless you know what you're doing, you're not going to know what that is.
Right, and so you'll be sitting here going, why won't this thing fire up?
Yeah.
And
So call somebody like Matt.
yeah,
It's
that's-
cheaper in the long run, too, because anytime I've ever tried to work on something like this, I usually have to end up calling somebody anyway.
Yeah, that's... Yeah, and then and half the time when I'd be working on these things, if somebody had dug into it, you'd get over there and they'd have it all in a million pieces, and
Yeah.
it just
And
it
it
makes
costs-
my job harder.
Yeah, absolutely. Not only that, they could break something else that wasn't broken in the first place.
Right, exactly. All right, so that's your igniter. That thing's crusty. You don't... I mean, let's compare the... let's get the new igniter out just to see the difference between... I think this is the igniter. Yeah. All right, so you see the distance between... I mean...
Oh, yeah.
Whew! For
Oh,
a
yeah.
spark, that's quite a travel. That's a much different
That
amount
is.
of... I don't know. Yeah. So
Yep.
you can see right there.
Well, I've gapped a lot of spark plugs for lawnmowers and things like that. And
Exactly.
I can tell you,
Yeah, no.
if you get it off just a little bit, then yeah, it's not going to ignite worth a shit.
Yeah. And if it does, it ain't pretty. So I like to take that head. Between there. I can show it before we put it back on, but this is your burner right here.
That's the burner?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah, right.
I thought it'd be kind of like an oil burner, except
Oh no! So you've got, if you look up
have a
here,
gas orifice.
look up here, right? These are your orifices.
Okay.
See if I can. Oh wait, I've got a handy dandy flashlight. All right. So yeah, your gas travels through here, right?
Yep.
And it's gonna go in here, travel out here, and then travel out these guys,
So
and your
flame
igniter's right here, this hole.
Okay.
So then it sparks here, and then it lights up.
Matt apparently does sound effects too. That's
Yeah.
cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna let you take apart the rest of the stuff, and then you can show us all what you did.
Yes. Perfect.
All right. I just went out in the shed and got that thing over there, my little compressor that I did a video on. We're gonna see what Matt thinks about my little compressor. So what he's doing now is just blowing out.
Just making sure this burner, making sure the burner's clean, so the flame can get, where it's going. And then there's the orifices. I mean, you can use what you've got, but I just like to make sure these little tips are clean. There's tiny, tiny little orifices there. You just make sure that that's all cleaned out best you can. This very well, but we'll see. That's your air intake. Blow that out. Not much to them. So there's that step.
What do you think of my little compressor?
Oh yeah, no, I mean, seems fine to me.
It's tiny and it does what it's supposed to do. Said right on the box, it's good for blowing stuff.
Well,
that's as far as I want to go with that. But
clearly,
yeah, I'll actually leave a link in the description so you can look at that video if you haven't seen it already. That replaced a very expensive Makita that I had. And one of the things that I just mentioned to Matt, and I say on the video, that weighs about a third of what the Makita weighed, and it was just so easy to go out and grab that thing. So enough about the compressor.
yeah. So you kind of want to get this. They always send you two,
Well, yeah, in case you screw up one of them.
but I never screw up.
You said that with a straight face.
I was 100% serious.
Sure. Are you talking about just at work? Because I could talk to your wife.
Yeah, she'll have some opinions on that for sure. So you kind of just, when you're looking at these, obviously, you can look at that shape.
Yep.
I just make sure screw holes lined up. That's the important part. Well, I say that, but really the important part is that it seals the gas in.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, screwed up.
Well, good thing you have two.
Alright. So get that guy on. And this has like a little kind of track sort of deal that it slides into.
Oh, okay. Yep. It's keyed.
Yeah, that is key. And you gotta make sure that you're putting it in the right way. Like I said, it's been a little while. Yeah. Just like that.
You've been doing this for what, like 7 years now?
It's about 7 years.
About 7 years, yeah.
Of course, not exclusively working on Rinnai.
No,
7 years,
but you've been doing HVAC work.
Yes.
I have another friend who is at the same school you are at right now, learning all this stuff.
Oh, really?
And I've told him that he needs to learn as much as he can about Rinnai's in case you're not available.
Yeah. Perfect. Love it.
Matt is usually not available because not only does he work all the time, but he also has, he's married, has a little boy, and Matt's also a bass player in a band, and they're doing actually pretty well now, right?
Yeah. Oh, we working on a couple out-of-state gigs. You know, we play down in Portland here and there, and
Yeah.
playing in Portland at the end of the month.
Well, let's give a shout out to your band. The band is called Forked Tongue.
Forked Tongue.
Forked Tongue.
Yeah.
Who came up with that name?
Me, actually.
You did.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds like you.
Yeah, it's
That was back before you quit drinking, right?
that was before I quit drinking. Yeah.
So sometimes it's hard to get Matt over here.
I try to do what I can. Though.
You do a great job, and that's why I don't put a whole lot of pressure on you. I try not to.
But the man needs heat.
Well, it gets a little chilly here in Maine.
Yeah, quick too.
Yeah.
There's like no warning.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I keep going to grab these screws. These ones right here.
Okay. Matt is now trying to repurpose one of the gaskets because they sent two gaskets for the burner,
Oh wait,
but no gas. Oh, there you go. Matt just couldn't find it. There is a gasket in
I
there.
can't read. I went to Brewer.
I don't give a shit if you can read or not, as long as you can fix the damn
Yeah.
heater.
So see, I mean, you can see even something like this. So that's the old gasket. Even something like this can hose you. I mean, that's barely friggin' there. Any air escapes, you know.
Yep.
And a lot of times, so you were saying, like, all right, so it'll take off, and then the next time it goes to heat up,
It shuts
it
off.
shuts off.
Yep.
Well, a lot of times you're looking at, you know, these gaskets expand and shrink and
Right.
everything. So my thought is you get new gaskets on this and everything, and it's going to be, you know, a far cry from how it operated before. Now let's see here. You can see new flame rod, old flame rod.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it does sit in the flame. These things are $8. They, if there was one thing that I would think that a homeowner could do themselves, it'd be put in a friggin' flame rod. I mean, the worst part about it is, if you look at it, is you need a right angle. Is this right here?
Oh yeah. So you
And that's just
might need to buy a tool.
That's
for
a
it.
total. Yeah, exactly. So I use a ratcheting right angle.
Yep.
That works out great. All right, so I'll get this together, and then once we get it all together, we can say this is what we did.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah. All right. All right. While Matt's working on this, I'll show you that neat little tray that I made out of tin foil. And I didn't know if there's going to be any air through there or not. I didn't want to ask Matt because I don't like talking to him. So I just put a little washer in there just to weight it down. But that should work, right, Matt?
Sure.
Sure. Why not?
Yeah. I mean, there's really not a lot of condensate usually, but
Well, there's some. I mean, we
Yeah.
can tell there's some.
yeah, you're supposed to. I mean, the way the exhaust is, it drips the majority of it out.
Yes.
But the stuff that stays in it, you want to kind of congregate down to the bottom because you don't want it to rot your heat exchanger.
Okay, so Matt and I were just discussing the other video that we did 2 years ago, and we're just now going through the comments. And somebody asked, it says, that needs a gas valve before the flex in most places.
Yeah, he's right.
And there is no gas valve on this one before the flex?
No, there wasn't because we had the temporary setup we were doing and we were waiting for the tank setter. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
So
That's right. Okay, and that's why we didn't do that.
yeah,
All right.
and we figured we'd have to redo a bunch of.
Okay, here's one. We just talked about this. Matt and I just talked about this. This guy, I'm not even going to say who it is. Which regulator do you recommend? I have a 40-pound and 30-pound tank with a Y-line connector and a typical 20-pound barbecue regulator. All right, and I'm going to. He goes on, but I'm going to stop you right there because even I know you can't use a barbecue regulator with these.
Yeah, the BTUs are not going to match it. You need to match up the BTUs. So I can't, off the top of my head say what he needs, but your supply house will know what you need. All you got to do is give them the model number, and if it's the only thing on the regulator, they'll size it up to the size of a.
Well, that is exactly why I got this one so cheap. Because if you remember, I remember you telling me this. the guy who had this before me, it wasn't very old.
And he was on. He was using a bar. I think
he was using a barbecue regulator, and it kept shutting off. So Matt put the right size regulator on it, and this, I haven't had any trouble in 2 years. So thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
Because I got this thing cheap.
Yes. This was sitting around.
And somebody else wants to know, where is the gas shut-off valve? It's in Matt's truck.
Yeah, right. Some of these units do have their own little shut-off here. And yeah, that's why we didn't put one on.
Okay, let's see.
There's gas valve right here. Yeah. Right on the other side, there's a gas shut-off right here.
There it is. Okay, because the guy who just asked that question, he also said, and I'm going to let you respond to this, Matt.
I'm sure he's good.
Says, that's not a proper installation. Believe me.
Well, okay.
You've only been doing this for, what, 7 years?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I mean...
First of all, why should Matt believe you? We don't know who you are. You're on the internet.
Oh, yeah.
Always
some armchair friggin' experts.
Yeah. Oh, no matter what I do on here, there's always somebody that...
Flipping out. Something.
I'm either too dangerous or not cautious enough or too cautious, or I don't know. You can't make everybody happy.
No.
I try to, but...
Yep, so we got rid of... Yeah, I mean, those people, whatever. They got their answers. We got the old plate off. As you can see, these things take abuse.
Oh, so you had a new plate too?
Yep, new plate. They come with a new plate.
Oh, excellent.
So we got that off there. We replaced the gasket here.
That looks terrible.
Yeah, well, yeah. No, it could be a lot worse, trust me.
Oh, I'm sure it could.
There was actually a model that they had that they had to send all new stuff out anyway. This might have been one of them.
Oh, okay.
Because the stuff had started leaking on them. And, yeah, so we replaced that. Put the plate back on. Put the flame rod in, igniters in. And we can give it a shot. See what happens here.
All right.
Of course, your problem is after I leave, not while I'm here.
Well, what we'll do is we can...
Set at 78, room 68.
Okay, well, set it at 69, and then that way it'll shut off quicker, right?
Sure.
And then we can set it up higher.
Well, that goes in intervals of 2, Jay.
And say, okay.
We'll go to 70.
Well, we'll go to 70.
Yeah.
Jesus. No, this is what I would do if I knew what I was doing here. Just set it a couple degrees hotter than it is right now. That way it should cycle. And then when it shuts off, we can raise the thermostat up a couple of degrees.
There's your sight glass right there. Flame looks good. There's your peacock.
My peacock. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
All right, so I'm gonna get out of the front of this thing
So,
I don't
there's a little when the front panel is put on. There's like a little light that shines. I thought that was just a light, like an LED light.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
not. You're
yeah.
actually looking at the flame.
Yep, that's the flame right there.
Oh, that's
so you
cool.
can see and make sure it's not. You don't want it to be yellow.
No.
That's the goal.
Okay.
Yellow and orange.
All right. So we're gonna let this heat up, and then we'll come back and take a look. All right, so what we did was we set this at 70 degrees. It actually went up to 74 degrees before it shut off. And then we set it back up to 78 degrees, and now it is heating again. And we did not get a code 11.
We didn't. So I think we're in the clear.
Good job, Matt.
That guy or whatever.
So there you go. Maybe the installation wasn't
Maybe it wasn't
the
perfect,
best.
okay? But guess what? It works.
It works great now. And there is a shut-off valve on the other side. He showed it to me. So
Yep, there it is. Yeah.
So I don't know what kind of installation that guy does, but
Well, he probably, I don't know.
this is a family-friendly channel, so I won't say what I'm really thinking.
Yeah, right. Oh, I already said the F word. You're going to have to
Well, no,
send
that's
to
all
me
right.
now.
No, I was going to tell him to eat a large quantity of something in a bag.
The bag.
No.
Oh, no, something. Fair enough. Yeah, and usually there's a lot more screws in here, but the previous owner did us a favor and consolidated, I suppose.
Well, he was the same guy that used a barbecue regulator on it, too. So.
Yeah. And then I fixed it, and he said he didn't trust it. So, and that was when I worked for his best friend. So,
Well,
you know,
I'm happy for that guy because he bought a
brand new
He bought a brand new one. He was happy with that. He got a bigger, better one. Awesome. And I got this one dirt friggin' cheap. And I didn't say how much I paid for it last time. I didn't want the company you were working for, didn't want them to get inundated by people who wanted cheap Rinnais.
Oh yeah.
But we'll put it this way. It was less than a quarter of what they sell them for.
Less than, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I was very happy with that, and I'm really happy with the unit itself. It looks like a piece of furniture. It looks nice. It's very easy to run. I've had it 2 years, and I finally figured out how to set the time on it last week. So that was kind of nice.
Yeah, you can set them up with timers and all that.
Yeah, it's got a timer on it, and it's pretty simple actually.
Never forget to close this.
Yeah. That doesn't matter, does it? No. You can rip that off. It wouldn't matter. Yeah.
No, yeah. Just don't want Baxter over here pushing buttons.
No, half the time the cat's trying to lean on that. And there is a... Oh, yeah, almost tripped. There's this filter over here, too. I should probably clean that, huh?
You might want to give it a little clean it, but...
I will. I do remember to clean that like once or twice a year.
That's good. I'm going to leave these extra gaskets with you.
Okay.
Because next time I take it apart and clean it, you're going to need them. So.
Okay. Awesome.
See you next year.
See you in a couple of years, Matt.
Leave it right there.
See, I'm the guy who calls you after it's broken.
I would say that's 95% of people.
But the funny thing is, about a week before I called you, we actually talked about this, and I said, "Hey, should I get this cleaned? Should we clean this?"
I probably said,
No, you actually, well, I don't know. I guess it'd be a good idea. And then about a week later, it's like, yeah, probably should have cleaned it because the damn thing's not running.
Probably don't want it to be 78 degrees right now. Tone it down
No,
to
but
66
man,
right.
that does feel good.
Yeah, no, that's nice.
All right.
All right, well.
Well, Matt, thank you so much. I can let Baxter out of the room.
Yeah.
And
you go get the wife for vodka and cranberries.
We've had a chance. Did you bring this?
Yeah, that's your man. You can throw that away or keep it, whatever you want.
Oh, this is the manual for it?
The manual for the installation of the plate and all that, I
Oh,
think.
okay.
Yeah.
Did you read it? Of course not.
I'll need that
Well, I
crap.
can let Baxter out of there now, and
Yep.
Good deal. Thank you so much for coming over, Matt.
Anytime.
See you in a couple of years.
That's the video. Everything's working perfect now. This thing has cycled through, I don't know, a half a dozen times, and it hasn't given me the code 11 yet. So I'm really happy about that. So thanks again, Matt, for coming over as quickly as you did. I really do appreciate it. And thank you for hanging out with us in the trailer hood and watching this video. I hope that it was of some help to you. And please leave a comment. If it's a good comment, great. If it's a bad comment, I don't care. I like to look at the comments. And please subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the videos. And don't forget to share and like, too. Your friends might want to see this, after all. You know, or maybe not. I don't know. Let them decide. But that's going to do it for Here in the Trailer Hood. For the Old Guy Network, I am the Old Guy. I'm the OG. And I'm out.